The year was 1985. There is a man on seashore. He was engaged in his everyday task at the light who came from sea who is the princess of Atlantis. Basically, Atlantis is a huge city of water from which they spend a lot of time together and gradually start liking each other. After some time, a baby boy is born to them. After some time, his name is Arthur. He has the power of speaks, which means he can take the sea creatures. Now we see that Atlantean soldiers come to their house. Their mission is to return to Atlantis because so forcibly she has to leave his family and son because the soldiers might have killed them, and if to save their life, she goes back with says trust of his special advisor, so he asks him to train Arthur as a skilled warrior so that he can learn fighting skills like us. Arthur has grown up now. He is now invited to come back. Said you are the first son and you have the potential to become king there, but Arthur refuses to do so just because she loved a woman and married him. I am half-breed son born from him. This reason is for me. I will never come back to Atlantis. Some pirates are looting a Russian scene and Arthur saves them. Here during the fight, the leader of pirates is killed by Arthur's son. Of that leader, David is also present there. When David sees that Arthur, that is Aquaman, killed his father, he plans to seek revenge on him. Now we see whose name is Om. He is going to be the king of Atlantis. He is also a step-brother of Arthur who lives underwater, which means he lives in Atlantis. For heading forward, let me differ that Om lives underwater and Arthur lives on the ground. Om meets different kings who live in different cities near Atlantis underwater. Om says to king that we should attack the upper surface land because they are polluting our sea, and spiriting is not in favor to attack habitats of land, but thinks that if more four kings support Om, he will entitled as ocean master, which means he will become commander and his decisions will be accepted. They are talking, a Russian submarine comes and attacks them. Here Om saves the king, and by saying to support Om, that king has a daughter named Mara whose marriage is to fix with Om, but she doesn't want to marry him. So she has only a single Arthur. She thinks that if Arthur comes here, Om won't become king. She journeyed to the upper surface land and meets Arthur. She seeks his help and support, and that he came back in the water. And you are the oldest brother. You get the right of becoming king. But Arthur refuses. For some time, Mara wins his trust because Om sends a hair, and here Mara saves Arthur's father. By seeing this, he starts trusting Mara and comes underwater with her. Arthur meets his teacher who has taught him fighting techniques. Here he was that soldier whom his mother trusted the most. They tell him that you have to find Trident, it is a lot of power and magic. He will become king without asking him, because without Trident, Om will never let you become full. Even if you claim it after defeating him, he will never let you in. While they are talking, Om's soldiers come here and attack them, and Arthur gets captured. Arthur is presented to Om, captured in chance. You are the reason of my mother's death, and you are the reason that death. Om is his brother, and to Arthur that I am giving you a chance. Leave this area of food and never come back in the water. Him to fight. They both get into fight here. Om is more to win due to his presence in an underwater. To defeat Om in water is hard to swallow for. Arthur is about to die when Mara comes there and saves Arthur to find the Trident which they are searching for. They go to the Sahara. That was the place where Trident was made. They find a graphic message there who indicates that they are from Italy, and they will find coordinates. Trident is basically like a spear which has a lot of magical powers. On the other side, we see that Om meets David. David is the guy who was the son of that dead pirate. He wants to take revenge on the man. It's also revealed that Russian submarine which attacked King Water result of their mutual conspiracy. It was Om's plan that David will be king and he will save him, and that king will support him. Out of sympathy, Om gives David a latest Atlantis battle that is based on modern technology which can only be used by aquatic inhabitants. David tests this technology and becomes that now he can take revenge by killing Arthur there of kingdom of fishermen and compels them to support Om because king of kingdoms died, so he forces the queen and princess to fight on the front lines. He asks them to collect army who transform a modern tech suit given by Om into a superhero suit. For him, he names it Black Manta. He becomes very powerful. We see Arthur and Mara are likely to find those coordinates when David attacks there. David, Manta and Arthur get into a serious fight. There at least Arthur throws David mountains during the fight. Arthur has gotten injured. Mara rebounds and gives him courage. She says that you have to become kind. You can't be so delicate. You have to show courage like a king. They set out in a search of Trident. During the journey, face many monsters and defeating them. They reach the middle of the earth. This is the center of the earth. They both they who was Queen Atlanta by coming into the trench. Coming trench is equal to death, but Queen Atlanta had survived and she was surviving here for a long time. Now Arthur and Mara are also happy. Now Arthur and Mara are also there. They hug each other. This is an emotional scene. Now they are so near to a trident, but Arthur can only go alone. Mara or her mother can't. Along with him, Arthur steps forward, finds this ancient trident, but before this, Leviathan attacks them. Basically, the caretaker of this is like a mixture of dragon and a snake, and he says that whoever came here was not worthy and I killed all. And early on could communicate with sea creatures, so he talks to him. That snake dragon creatures ask him that you can hear me. No one was able to hear me before this. Arthur asserts this value and contends that and he is the rightful of the trident. I am worth, so I should rule 7 sea. Arthur gets that trident. After achieving trident, Arthur's power increases and his costume changes. All kingdoms of the sea are Om's that why Om entitles himself, which means that his decision will be carried out. Their supporters of Om get to know that Arthur has gotten the trident. The holder of the trident, according to the rule, will be the true and ocean master. No question shall be asked from him. Everyone is informed that trident is in the company of Arthur, but Om gets angry and says that achieving trident doesn't matter and more skill. He will be the ocean master, presiding over all kingdoms. Om fight on a submersible. Once again in this fight, Arthur's Om, but it doesn't kill him. Instead, him intact Queen Atlanta. Max appeared to next to him when he sees that Arthur saved his mother and present himself for harassment. By accepting his defeat, he capture him and take him away. Movie came to the end, and here you will like Aquaman movie explained. Then please like and subscribe and tell your feedback in the comment section. Till that, take care of yourself. We will meet in next video.